Hi everyone, welcome to a brand new video. Today, together we will embark on an incredible journey across our cosmic home, the solar system. It's not just any neighborhood, it's a place full of vast distances, mysterious worlds, and breathtaking phenomena. The solar system is a fascinating system dominated by our star, the Sun, a giant ball of hot plasma, which holds everything together with its gravity, from tiny dust particles to giant planets. Did you know, for instance, that the Sun accounts for over 99.8% of the total mass of the entire solar system? That's an absolutely overwhelming dominance. And orbiting around it are 8 main planets, each with its own unique characteristics. From hot Mercury, which is closest to the Sun, to distant and frigid Neptune. Did you know that it rains sulfuric acid on Venus and that its atmosphere creates a greenhouse effect that makes it the hottest planet, even though Mercury is closer to the Sun? And what about Jupiter, the largest planet in the solar system? It is so huge that all the other planets in the solar system could fit inside it combined, with room to spare. And its iconic Great Red Spot is actually a gigantic storm that has been raging for hundreds of years. During this video, we will delve deeper into these and many other interesting facts. We will explore rocky planets, gas giants, dwarf planets, comets, and asteroids. Get ready for a breathtaking expedition into our cosmic neighborhood. Let's go! The Sun. This huge ball of fire is much more than just a point of light in the sky. It is the star that powers our entire system and makes life on Earth possible. The Sun is incredibly huge. It is 109 times larger than Earth in diameter and accounts for over 99.8% of the mass of the entire solar system. Its strong gravity holds all the planets and other celestial bodies in their orbits. Inside the Sun, nuclear fusion takes place, where hydrogen is converted into helium, releasing an enormous amount of energy. This energy travels to us in the form of light and heat. The surface of the Sun has a temperature of around 6,000 degrees C, but its outer atmosphere, the corona, can be much hotter, up to 1,000,000 degrees Celsius. Our Sun is about 4.6 billion years old and has a long future ahead, another 5 to 7 billion years. Even though it seems calm to us, fascinating phenomena occur on its surface, such as sunspots associated with intense magnetic activity. In short, the Sun is a dynamic and crucial part of our cosmic home. Now, from this majestic star, we will move to the first planet on our journey through the solar system. Mercury. This small, rocky planet is closest to the Sun and has truly extreme conditions. Mercury is the smallest planet in our solar system, only slightly larger than our Moon, and because it is so close to the Sun, it orbits it fastest of all planets. 1 year on Mercury lasts only 88 Earth days. Its rotation around its own axis is slower, however, taking 59 Earth days. This means that one solar day, from sunrise to sunrise, on Mercury lasts even 2 Mercury years. Due to its almost non-existent atmosphere, Mercury experiences huge temperature differences. On the side facing the Sun, temperatures can climb up to a scorching 430 degrees C, while on the side facing away, they drop down to a freezing -180 degrees C. Yet, in some craters near the poles, where sunlight never reaches, water ice has been found. Mercury's surface is covered in craters, similar to the Moon, indicating billions of years of asteroid and comet impacts. A surprise for scientists was the finding that despite its small size, Mercury has a relatively large iron core and a weak magnetic field. Mercury is a fascinating world of extremes and speed. From this planet closest to the Sun, we will now venture further and explore the next neighbor. Venus. It is often called Earth's sister due to its similar size and mass, but the similarity ends there. Venus is actually a hellish world. Venus is shrouded in an extremely dense atmosphere composed mainly of carbon dioxide. This gas creates a strong greenhouse effect, causing Venus to be the hottest planet in the solar system, with a surface temperature exceeding 460 degrees C, which is enough to melt lead. Furthermore, the clouds on Venus are made up of droplets of sulfuric acid, which sounds quite unpleasant. Another peculiarity of Venus is its rotation. It spins very slowly, and also in the opposite direction to most other planets. One day on Venus lasts longer than one of its years. The Sun would rise and set here only twice during one orbit around the Sun. Although the surface of Venus is hidden beneath dense clouds, radar observations have revealed a landscape full of volcanoes and vast lava flows. Venus is still a geologically active planet. Even though Venus is beautiful to look at and shines brightly in the sky as the morning star or evening star, it is a harsh and inhospitable world. After this hot stop, we will head to the planet that is closest to us, and where conditions are much more hospitable. Earth. Our home planet is exceptional. It is so far the only known place in the universe where life exists. We often call Earth the blue planet, and that's because more than 70% of its surface is covered by water, essential for life as we know it. Earth is a terrestrial planet with a solid rocky surface, similar to Mercury and Venus, but it has the right combination of size, atmosphere, and distance from the sun that allows for the existence of liquid water and a stable climate. Our atmosphere protects us from harmful solar and cosmic radiation, and also maintains a pleasant temperature. Earth rotates around its axis, causing the alternation of day and night, and orbits the sun, which, thanks to the tilt of its axis, leads to the change of seasons. Earth is not just a piece of rock. It is a dynamic planet with active plate tectonics that shapes continents and mountain ranges, and causes earthquakes and volcanic activity. We also have one loyal companion, the Moon, which influences tides and stabilizes the tilt of our axis. Earth is truly a unique place in the universe. After this closer look at our home, in the next step we will head to our next neighbor, the red planet. Mars. This red planet has fueled our imagination about extraterrestrial life for centuries. Mars got its rusty red color, named after the Roman god of war, thanks to the large amount of iron oxide in its soil and dust. Although Mars is roughly half the size of Earth and has only a third of the gravity, it boasts the tallest mountain in the entire solar system, the giant volcano Olympus Mons, which is about 3 times higher than Mount Everest. We can also find huge canyons here, such as Valles-Marineris, indicating ancient geological activity. A day on Mars is surprisingly similar to an Earth day, lasting just over 24.5 hours. But a year on Mars is almost twice as long as on Earth. The atmosphere of Mars is very thin and consists mainly of carbon dioxide, meaning that conditions on the surface are very cold, with temperatures dropping well below freezing, although it can be above zero at the equator during the day. Evidence suggests that water flowed on Mars in the distant past. Today, it is found here mainly in the form of ice, in the polar caps and below the surface. Ongoing missions with rovers and probes are constantly searching for further traces of water and possible past or present microbial life. Mars also has 2 small, irregular moons, Phobos and Deimos. Mars is still a target of intense research, and possibly future human colonization. We are now leaving the last of the inner, rocky planets and will venture into the more distant regions of the solar system, towards the gas giants, starting with the gigantic Jupiter. Jupiter. This giant planet is unimaginable in its size, and has a fundamental influence on the entire solar system. Jupiter is by far the largest planet in our solar system. It is so massive that its mass is more than twice the mass of all other planets combined. It is composed primarily of hydrogen and helium, similar to the Sun, and does not have a solid surface we could land on. It is essentially a gigantic ball of gas and liquid. Despite its size, Jupiter rotates incredibly quickly. A day on Jupiter lasts only 10 hours. This rapid rotation causes the planet to flatten slightly at the poles and creates distinct, colored bands and zones in its atmosphere, which are actually enormous storm systems. Jupiter's most famous feature is the Great Red Spot, a gigantic storm that has raged for hundreds of years and is so large that the entire Earth could fit inside it. Jupiter also has an extensive ring system, although not as prominent as Saturn's, and a huge family of moons. We currently know of nearly 100. The 4 largest, discovered by Galileo, are fascinating worlds in themselves, with the potential for subsurface oceans. With its immense gravity, Jupiter also acts as a kind of guardian of the inner solar system, helping to deflect comets and asteroids that could otherwise threaten Earth. After this encounter with the planetary giant, we will move on to its iconic neighbor, famous for its magnificent rings. Saturn. This planet is instantly recognizable thanks to its magnificent and complex ring system, which gives it an unmistakable appearance. Saturn is the 6th planet from the Sun and the 2nd largest, after Jupiter. Like Jupiter, it is a gas giant composed mainly of hydrogen and helium and lacks a solid surface. It is notable for its low density. It is the only planet in the solar system with an average density less than water. The planet rotates relatively quickly, contributing to the formation of atmospheric bands, although they are not as pronounced or colorful as Jupiter's. One fascinating feature in the upper atmosphere is the mysterious hexagonal shape at the North Pole. Saturn's extensive ring system is its dominant feature. These rings consist of billions of ice and rock particles, ranging from dust grains to house-sized boulders, orbiting the planet. Although Saturn is not the only planet with rings, it's by far the largest and brightest. Saturn also has a numerous family of moons. The largest of these, Titan, is a fascinating world with a thick atmosphere and lakes of liquid hydrocarbons, making it one of the prime candidates in the search for life beyond Earth. Another interesting moon is Enceladus, with a subsurface ocean and geysers erupting water vapor. After exploring this planet with the iconic rings, we will venture further into the colder regions of the solar system, to the next gas giant, Uranus. This planet, the first discovered by telescope in 1781, is classified with Neptune as one of the ice giants and hides many of its mysteries. Uranus is the third largest planet in our solar system. Although it is significantly smaller than Jupiter or Saturn, it consists mainly of hydrogen and helium, but also contains significant amounts of ices, water, ammonia, and methane. Like other gas and ice giants, it has no solid surface. Its bluish-green hue is caused by the presence of methane in the atmosphere, which absorbs red light. One of Uranus' most striking peculiarities is its extreme axial tilt. The planet practically rolls along its orbit. This unique tilt results in extreme seasonal changes. Uranus' atmosphere appears calmer at first glance than Jupiter's or Saturn's, with less prominent bands, but some of the coldest temperatures in the solar system prevail there. Uranus also has a ring system, although it is much fainter and thinner than Saturn's, and a numerous group of moons, named after characters from the works of William Shakespeare and Alexander Pope. The only probe to have explored Uranus up close was the Voyager 2 spacecraft in 1986. Our journey through the outer solar system will continue to the last known ice giant, and the 8th planet from the Sun. We are concluding our journey through the gas and ice giants, and have arrived at the farthest known planet in the solar system, Neptune. This fascinating planet was discovered in 1846 not by direct observation but based on mathematical calculations that predicted its existence and location due to its gravitational influence on Uranus. Neptune is the 8th and farthest planet from the Sun, and the 4th largest planet in our solar system. Although slightly smaller in diameter than Uranus, it is more massive. Like Uranus, it is classified as an ice giant, composed primarily of hydrogen, helium, and ices of water, ammonia, and methane. It has no solid surface and is surprisingly dense for a gas planet. Its strikingly blue color is caused by methane in the atmosphere and likely another unknown component. Neptune's atmosphere is notable for the strongest winds in the solar system, which can reach supersonic speeds. Large storm systems are also observed here, such as the Great Dark Spot, similar to Jupiter's Great Red Spot, although less durable. Neptune also has a faint and fragmented ring system, which was only fully confirmed by the Voyager 2 probe. This probe, which flew past Neptune in 1989, provided most of our detailed knowledge about this distant planet and its 14 known moons, the largest and most interesting of which is Triton, which orbits the planet retrograde. Neptune is so far away that it is not visible to the naked eye under normal conditions, and sunlight takes over 4 hours to reach it. This concludes our current journey through the planets of the solar system. To conclude our journey through the solar system, we will briefly stop at Pluto. Pluto was previously considered the 9th planet, but in 2006, the International Astronomical Union reclassified it as a dwarf planet. The reason was a refinement of the definition of a planet, according to which a planet must clear its orbital neighborhood of other objects. Pluto is located in the Kuiper Belt, a region full of other bodies, and thus does not meet this criterion for a full-fledged planet.
Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, or ask anything in the comments below.